We're down to 4 months to make $150,000 to buy the new field. It's double the size of our largest field, and it'll open up the capability for big production facilities, large pieces of equipment, and the next evolution of the farm. So we need to keep squeezing our farm for every dollar. We'll start bright and early to mow our grass we're using as a cover crop to get 2 fertilization applications before planting our crop. Not only do we get our field fully fertilized, but we get to bale the grass and get that converted to silage. Silage has been, and will continue to be, a primary moneymaker for the farm, but the silage is starting to get some real competition. Recently, we bought a second sawmill and doubled the goat herd. Between the immediate extra revenue we'll get from the cut lumber and the growing revenue we're going to start seeing from the extra goat milk, I believe it'll be enough for us to reach our goal and buy the new field. Plus, we're coming up on winter, and that's when we do a lot of selling, so there is hope for this next stretch goal. Let's quickly finish up baling this cover crop grass. There's a lot more to do in September. All right, let's get the auto stacker, clear the bales, then add that to the silage we'll probably be selling in January. These extra bales will be a very nice revenue boost. Okay, this is the last bale, and I believe I've set this new log far enough away from the others where it won't get in our way. The silage we have will sell next month, but we can get one more harvest this year from all 4 fields, which we'll definitely need in January when we sell all the silage we have on hand. The last step in the cover crop fertilization process is to roll the field. That'll put down the second application of fertilizer, and we can immediately plant our crop, which we're gonna do this month. For now, I like the rotation we've set up on this field between the grass cover crop and barley. This rotation keeps something growing year-round, and at least makes me feel as though we're getting the most productivity we can off our land. You've probably noticed with the goats, the sawmills, the planted trees, and even the mushroom house up in the far corner, I try to utilize every bit of farmland we have. Nothing goes to waste, so this field of barley is no exception. I'd rather not have a field sitting idle between harvests if I can help it at all. Alright, we can put our roller away and get ourselves set up with our cultivator and seeder combo. This barley won't help us for our January field purchase, but it will be for the next big goal after that, the purchase of a full-sized $250,000 oil mill. Yes, our purchases just keep getting more and more expensive, so we'd better get this barley in the ground. The barley is in. In the previous episode, we finished off planting canola, so that's 2 arable crops growing, and a big future of the farm will be in these arable fields. It's still early here in September, and I hate to waste so much of the day. Granted, we started at the crack of dawn, but I think I'll still make the most of it and sell a trailer load of timber. The price is looking really good at the sawmill, so right now, it's forestry time. Excellent. Let's get down to the commercial sawmill and see how much they're worth. Over 19,000. We're starting to gain some ground on that new field. We'll weave our way through the sawmill and get ourselves back to the farm. We're going to throw a couple more logs into sawmill 1. The other sawmill had a couple big trunks in the trigger for self-feeding, but this one needs a little manual loading. Next, I need to talk about these crazy thin lines of weeds we got again. They're in our canola field this time, and for my own sanity, I think I'd rather just see them evenly distributed. This means we're going to be renting the hoe just to pull out these little weed strips. We'll never get the 1,800 back, but I have to do it. I'm not looking at 9 months of weeds in the field. At least the hoe is wide and fast, so it won't take long. Alright, while we're still working the canola, we'll apply the second application of fertilizer to the field. We don't use this little fertilizer spreader very often, but I think it's going to start getting a lot more time on the field. For a small thing, it's got a nice working width and moves at a good clip. Nicely completed. We'll put that away in the shed for now, reattach our weight where it normally belongs, and take a look at our field. Yes, a dark blue layer of fertilizer across the field, except the one spot where I tried to cultivate in the oilseed radish and seed the canola at the same time. It's also now weed-free, and as good as we're going to get the crop this year. So let's do some more selling and continue the account building. The goat milk is next on the agenda because the price is pretty good right now. It'll have another good peak in January, but let's sell off what we have now, and if we make a few more pallets for January, all the better. We have 3 spawn points to clear of milk urns, so let's get busy and make some money. Okay, so for any viewers that have talked about needing to upgrade the tiny trailer, we're pretty much at that point. We're stacked high and deep, and the amount of milk each year is only going to increase. So this time next year, we'll have something with more carrying capacity for sure. For now, we'll just be careful and protect the milk with some pro driving and lucky recoveries. Around 35,000. That's a major boost. That's pretty close to what we get off all 4 grass fields for each silage harvest, and all we did is let the goats eat some naturally grown meadow grass, give them some water, and collect the milk. That's impressive profits. We'll turn ourselves over into October, where we'll do more selling and work over our grass fields for one last time this season. However, we will do one late night bootlegging run of bottled goat milk over to the small farmer's kiosk. The price is really good and currently dropping, so we won't even wait till morning. We'll do it right now and grab that little extra bit of revenue before midnight. About 8,000, which is just around 100,000 left needed for the field. It keeps feeling more and more within reach. We'll continue moving into October, wake up early again, and get as much work done as we can on these grass fields while the existing grass bales finish fermenting. They'll probably be done in about an hour. All right, all cut and baled, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. The silage we had is done fermenting, so the auto stacker can get to work loading up these finished bales, which again is great timing to get these out of the way so we can get the bales we just made all gathered up and wrapped. Let's make another small pile of cash. We're up over 151,000. That's a good bit more than where I thought we'd be 3 months before January. It's still 55,000 away from what we need, but it seems like we went from almost nothing a couple episodes ago to this new field being definitely within reach. Let's get our freshly baled grass deposited up by the silo field, get it wrapped, and start that fermentation process. Fermented silage is a key product for the farm. That's a nice straight line of silage. Beautiful. The wrapper can be put away as I don't see us needing it until we're well into next year. The last grass step is the rolling. This is another part of the silage process where I'm looking for ways to be more efficient. The roller is fairly small and kind of slow. It was great at the beginning, but now I need something a little better. I'm looking at modded ones to see if I can find one bigger and faster that is still balanced for the price you pay. I'm also considering switching over to spreading fertilizer for the final fertilizer application, but in any case, I probably need to do something pretty soon. This part of the job takes a good while. Okay, that's finished. We'll put the roller away and do a quick round of goat watering. I know it's a recurring task every couple months, but it goes fast and gives me a good opportunity to quickly see what's going on with the goat milk production. So it's a job I don't mind at all. With that done, we'll get over to the store get the Deutz-Fahr repaired, it's starting to get expensive, put in some fuel, and drop by the store to rent the hoe. Again. When I was rolling the grass, I noticed those strange thin lines had resurfaced in the barley field. I would have sworn it said there were no weeds after we planted the barley. So this is a bit of a kicker in the financial wallet. We're still looking very good though financially at around $148,000 to buy the new field. In the next episode, just one more push of selling and the new game-changing field will be ours in January. See you then.